to me? Why you left my side when you supposed to been riding for me? You say you want nothing temporary, well your time funny. And it was love at first sight, but now my love running.
What is up, my lovelies? We are back with another video, and today's video is going to be about how I clean my brushes. So I'm gonna make a video on how I clean my brushes, how I get in there, how I make them last so long. I've had these for about a couple of years already. Some of them are new. I do have quite a few brushes here that are a few years old to a couple years old to now. So I do make my brushes last a long time. I always take care of them, always handle them gently. I'll be showing y'all how to clean this part right here, and of course the bristles, the head, and cleaning this part right here, the handle, without making this come apart. I've only had one brush so far come apart out of all of my brushes that I've had, so I think that's pretty darn good, you know. When I clean my brushes, I also clean this stuff, like my what is this? My eyelash curler. My eyelash curler, I always clean. Oh yeah, my beauty blender, I always clean this. That's pretty much it. All my brushes are already over there. I don't have any more over here that need to be cleaned. Oh yes, I do. I have this one that I use for packing, and I can do my favorite brushes, or like that I use, because I do definitely have favorite brushes. I do have go-to ones, and I'll do another separate video on that. But for now, let's just go ahead and get started on how I clean my brushes. Okay guys, we are in my restroom right now. I am so sorry for like the lighting. I don't know if it's terrible. It looks pretty good to me, but I'm sorry if the lighting's a little off. Now we are gonna get started with my brushes. I have all my brushes here in my bag. Now the soap that I'm gonna use, I use this from HEB, and it's only 99 cents. I think they raised it up to like $1 now, but it's super good. It works really well. This is like detergent soap, right? It's that Zote soap. It cleans the heck out of my makeup brushes, and I really love it. I hardly have to go back in like a second time to clean my brushes. It usually comes out within the first like swigs. I'll show y'all. I think we're gonna go to the other restroom because it has better lighting, and the way, you know, the way my restroom is set up. Okay, but we're gonna go over there. Okay guys, so I am currently in my bathroom right now. We are going to get started. What I wanna do first is turn on your warm water, not hot, because if you rinse your brushes out with hot water, and you don't want your bristles to fall out. So that's what's gonna make your bristles come out faster if you brush it. Jesus, I cannot talk today, guys. Rinse it out and wash it out with hot water. You're going to make your bristles fall out. You do not want that. You're gonna have to rinse it and clean it with warm water. So let's go ahead and get started. Let the water get warm. Okay, and before we start off, I always like to go in with my beauty blender first. I'm gonna put it on the speed up because my faucet, this house is old, so you're gonna be hearing that, and I don't think y'all want to hear that. So I'm going to just fast forward and get to cleaning my brushes, and y'all can see how I do it. Okay guys, so let's get started. When I'm washing my mini brushes, not my mini brushes, but like my smaller ones. I hope I'm talking loud enough for you guys, because I know the water. What I like to do is I like to wash multiple at a time instead of washing one by one. I like to find the brushes that look similar, and I like to, you know, wash them all, maybe 3 or 4 at a time. So we're already heading on to the bigger brushes. Flat ones, right? Let's get all those. That way we can just knock them out all at once. These are all of my packing brushes, concealer brushes. This one I use the rest to dig out with my foundation, the rest of my foundation in the bottle, my brow, you know, your angled brushes, whatever, right? So you just want to get these all together and pick out 4 at a time. Just wash them. So get them wet first, rinse them out, wash them with soap, and the job is boom, done. Scrub them all in your hand like this. Be very careful not to damage anything of the bristles. Be soft. I know it probably looks like I'm being rough, but I'm not. They'll be pretty much all clean at once. That's what I like calling killing 2 birds with 1 stone. See? They're clean. I would say that my brush game has definitely stepped up because I don't think a girl can just ever have enough brushes. And these are not all of my brushes, by the way. These are just some. Like, I think I could say that these are my favorite. These are all my go-tos. These are definitely harder to clean because I use these the most and I still have like dried up foundation on them. Guys, this is for my pimples. As you can see, my pimples, blackheads, whatever you want to call it, you name it, my nose. I need to clean this and keep this nice and clean because if you don't, bacteria is going to build up. You don't want that. That, guys, felt like a freaking workout because of all these lights. I'm over here bending over. Oh my goodness. But all my brushes are done. As you can see, all of them are done. Just lay them out evenly. That way they have all the chance to dry properly. Just lay them out, you know, let them do their thing overnight for a couple hours. Whenever you decide to wash your brushes, I always like to wash my brushes the night before I'm gonna use them again. So that really helps. That way in the morning I'm prepared to use them. So if you want to wash them the day of you need to use something, I highly don't recommend that because they do take a while to dry. So but you can if you want to. I know for sure that they have those like those things where you swirl your brush around, those brush cleaners, spongy brush cleaner things. I know they have those, but you know, to each his own. I don't have those. I really like to get in there and wash mine. I usually wash my brushes once a week. I haven't really been keeping up with washing my brushes once a week only because I haven't been home and I haven't had access to my soap. Other than that soap, what you can use, dish soap, Dawn, anything like that, because this is pretty much a detergent and I need to get a new one. And they come in big blocks, last you a really long time. If you, let me do the math for you. Since they're like $1, I usually get 2. Usually 1 big block, it's literally like that. 1 big block will last me, washing them every week to every 2 weeks, last me about like 3 to 4 months each block. I had this one since I was in my last apartment. They really do come in handy. As you can see, they work really well. So that, guys, that completes this video. That's how I clean my brushes. That's pretty much everything in detail. Some tips and tricks there for you guys. And I just wanted to give y'all some pointers as well, like what kind of soaps to use. Try to stay away from like the hand soaps. Those don't really work as well, especially when you're cleaning your sponge, just through my experience. So try to stay away from like hand soaps and all that, because you don't want to really use that. You want to really use something that's strong, that's going to break down the bacteria, the makeup particles. You want to make sure that gets all broken down, because you don't want any makeup residue staying in there, hence you cleaning your brushes. You know, you don't want to get an infection. You don't want to like get an eye infection from, you know, something that's not supposed to be on there. That's it, guys. I want to thank y'all so much for watching my video, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Peace.
Stay, but you lied to me. Why you left my side when you supposed to be riding for me? You say you want a temporary way of time funny, and it was love at first sight, but now my love running.